This is Audit 2, Best AI Tool for versus Coding. 3 models, 1 job, and a result that would have gone straight into a report without anyone checking it. Nothing here is an opinion. Every number on screen came out of an API call I ran, timed, and billed. This is why it matters. The work is Best AI Tool for versus Code published benchmarks against a live run. It is the kind of task a team hands to a model, because nobody wants to do it by hand, which means nobody checks the output. If the model is wrong, it is wrong silently, in a document that everyone downstream treats as verified. The question is not which model sounds best. It is which one survives the exact task you give it. One thing about how this is measured, because it is the reason the result is worth anything. Public benchmark scores are self-reported, run once, and the questions sit on the internet long enough to enter the training data. None of that describes your workload. Nothing here comes from a leaderboard. I generate the task in code, which means the correct answer exists before any model is asked. I call the live API, time it with a stopwatch around the call, read the token counts out of the response, and multiply by the published rate. If a number is on screen, it came off the wire. If a run failed, it stays in the total. Nothing is rerun until it looks better. The rig. 1 prompt, 12 identical runs per model, temperature 0, and a grader written in Python that checks the actual requirement rather than asking a model whether it liked the answer. Best AI tool for versus code published benchmarks against a live run. Nothing is sampled, nothing is cherry-picked. Every run counts, including the ones that make the numbers look bad. The grader decides what a pass means. Every reply is checked by a predicate written in Python that tests the one property the task requires and ignores everything else. No rubric. No second model scoring the first. No credit for sounding right. 12 runs per model means what you see is a rate and not an anecdote, and 1 bad run in 12 shows up as a rate instead of vanishing into a headline number. Everything on our side of the wire is fixed. Same prompt, same seed, same grader, temperature 0. The only variable left is the model itself, which is the only way the result means anything. Here's the baseline. GPT-OSS 20B 12 of 12 passed, average 3.5 seconds on credits. Nemotron 3 Super 120B, 12 of 12 passed, average 78.2 seconds on credits, 2.5 PRO, 12 of 12 passed, average 9.3 seconds, 10.9 cents for the full set. A single run tells you nothing. Repeat it and the spread appears. Model by model, because a summary hides which one you actually trust. GPT-OSS 20B, hosted, so there is no per token rate card to compare against. It comes back in 3.5 seconds, produces 1,779 output tokens, and bills nothing, because it runs on a credit grant. Verdict, pass. Nemotron 3 Super 120B hosted, so there is no per token rate card to compare against. It comes back in 78.2 seconds, produces 949 output tokens, and bills nothing because it runs on a credit grant. Verdict, pass. 2.5 PRO, the middle tier, which is what most teams default to. It comes back in 9.3 seconds, produces 11,000 output tokens, and bills 10.9 cents against the published rate card. Verdict, pass. Those lines are the entire commercial case, and they are the lines nobody publishes, because the only way to get them is to run the test yourself and pay for it. Look at what an average hides. A model that passes 90% of the time is a model that fails 1 request in 10 in production, with no error code and no retry, because as far as the API is concerned, it succeeded. A cost line that never appears in a benchmark post. Across this whole test, the models receive 3,348 input tokens and produce 14,000 output tokens. That is 19% of the traffic going in, not coming back. You are paying, overwhelmingly, for the model to read, and the reading is byte for byte identical every time you ask again, which changes the economics of every fix people recommend. A retry costs full price. Asking a second model to check the first costs full price. Running it 3 times and taking the majority answer costs 3 times full price. On every request, forever. The check that costs nothing is the one that runs in code after the answer arrives, because it reads nothing and it bills nothing. Nothing breaks on correctness, so the failure is the clock. Nemotron 3 Super 120B takes 78.2 seconds to produce the same answer GPT-OSS 20B produces in 3.5 seconds. That gap is the whole finding. A second failure here is easier to miss, and it is the one that costs you in production. Speed and correctness are not on the same axis. The fastest run comes back in 3.5 seconds, and the slowest takes 78.2 seconds. But the slow one is not slow because it is being careful. It is slow because it generates more tokens. And tokens are what you are billed for. So the expensive path is expensive twice, once on the rate card and once on the clock, and it still needs to be checked. And the checking is the step that gets skipped. Because every answer in this test, right or wrong, arrives in the same flat, confident, well-formatted tone. Nothing in the output tells you which one to trust. That is the real product risk. Not that the model is wrong sometimes, but that it is wrong in a voice that reads exactly like being right. The cost, because this is where the decision gets made, and on this lineup it is not billed in dollars. The models running on hosted credits have no per token rate to compare, so the price you pay is latency. GPT-OSS 20B answers in 3.5 seconds. Nemotron 3 Super 120B takes 78.2 seconds, 22 times longer for the same job. Put that in a request path 10,000 times a month, and the slow model is not a preference, it is a queue. Most teams pick the biggest model to feel safe. As you just saw, size does not buy the correct answer in every round. One more thing the record shows, and it only shows up because every run is kept, including the boring ones. Every model that clears the first round clears the harder one too, which is the outcome you want, and the one you are not entitled to assume. It is worth saying out loud because a clean run is evidence about this document, on this day, at this temperature, and nothing more. It is not a license to stop checking, because the failure this test is built to catch does not announce itself on the day it finally happens. Here is the guardrail, and it is the same one every time. Use the model for what it is reliably good at, which is finding and extracting. Do not use it for the step that has one correct answer, which is the calculation, the schema, the final decision. Pull the raw values out with the model, run the last step in code, and check the model's own answer against it. When they disagree, you catch the failure instead of shipping it. That check costs nothing, and it is the only thing standing between a confident answer and a wrong one. If you want to run this yourself, and you should, the whole method is 4 steps. 1. Build the task in code so the correct answer exists before any model is called. 2. Send the identical prompt to every model at temperature 0 and change nothing else between them. 3. Time the call from outside and take the token counts from the API response, not from an estimate. 4. Grade with a function, not with a model. That is the entire rig. It takes 10.9 cents of API spend to produce every number in this video, which is less than the cost of one meeting about which model to standardize on. Running the test is cheap. Finding out in production is not. The verdict on best AI tool for versus code? Coding, the expensive model buys you nothing here. This is not a review, it is a warning. Comment Audit and I send the raw logs, the prompts, and the document so you can run this yourself.